Good evening. My name is Eleanor Vance. For 50 years, I taught piano. My little house, it wasn't grand, but it was always filled with music. Scales going up and down, clumsy beginner chords, sometimes something truly beautiful from a talented student. The vibrations hummed in the floorboards. It was the sound of life to me. I loved my students, watched them grow, their hands stretching over the keys, their confidence blooming. But the brightest sound in that house, that was my grandson, Leo. Oh, he was a firecracker, all energy and questions. He didn't have the patience for lessons himself, not really, but he loved sitting beside me on the bench while I played. He'd lay his head against the polished wood, just listening, feeling the music. Said it felt like sunshine inside the piano. He was 7. It was a Tuesday. I remember the sunlight streaming through the window, dust motes dancing in the beams. His parents had dropped him off. They had an appointment. I promised I'd watch him like a hawk. He was adventurous, that one, always exploring. I was practicing a Chopin nocturne, I think. Difficult piece. Requires concentration. I got lost in it. You know how music can just pull you under? For just a few minutes, the world outside the notes disappeared. Then the music stopped, and the silence was wrong. Too deep. Leo was never quiet for long. I called his name. Nothing. I searched the house, the garden, the small workshop out back where my late husband used to tinker. He'd found a way into the old cellar. The door usually stuck, but he must have forced it. The steps were steep, uneven stone. He'd fallen, landed wrong. He didn't die immediately, but the head injury, it was too severe. He slipped away in the hospital 2 days later, never waking up. My daughter, his mother, the look in her eyes. It wasn't just grief. It was accusation. And she was right. I was there. I was responsible. I was lost in my music while her world shattered. The music died in the house that day. Completely. I sold the piano within a month. Couldn't bear the sight of it. The silence echoing around it. The house felt cold, hollow. My students drifted away. I didn't blame them. The joy was gone. The light was gone. My daughter and I. The distance became a chasm, filled with unspoken blame, unshed tears. How do you forgive the unforgivable, especially when the person who needs forgiving is yourself? My lowest point wasn't the loneliness or the quiet. It was realizing I couldn't even remember the sound of his laughter clearly anymore. It was being drowned out by the silence, by the memory of that fall, by the Chopin nocturne that plays in my head on repeat. Then last spring, cleaning out a closet, I found it. Leo's first beginner piano book, Tunes for Tiny Fingers. Dog-eared pages, a crayon drawing of a superhero inside the cover. Holding it, feeling the cheap paper. It hurt, but it was a connection, a tangible piece of him, and these hands, they ache. Arthritis has set in fierce these last few years. Playing is painful now, clumsy, but I realize maybe the point isn't to play perfectly anymore. Maybe the point is just to play, to make some sound, however imperfect, to fill the silence, to honor the memory, not just the tragedy. Anna, my dear girl, my daughter, I know you might be watching. I know, sorry. Feels like dust in the wind after all these years, after what my carelessness cost us, cost you. But I needed to do this. Not for fame, heavens no, but to show you, to show myself that I haven't let the silence win completely. To try and make a sound that remembers the sunshine, not just the fall. This is a simple tune from his book. It's called Little Star. My fingers, They don't always obey anymore. It won't be perfect. But it's for Leo. And for you, Anna. It's all I have left to offer.